because I had to up my style because I'm so quick to put something on the model because I know it's a better broadcasted way that I don't think about myself first. And so the paint, I had did the paint weeks ago, so when I actually did this, it took like 2 or 3 hours.
No, okay, so shit. Appreciate you stopping by. Taking the time to come talk with us, bro. Who one of your favorite artists to listen to right now?
Man, I'm gonna say Hurricane Wisdom. Cause I was just recently playing his ass 2 hours ago, but yeah, he's decent.
You got some wavy shit.
Bro.
What's your favorite shoe in your closet right now?
My favorite shoe in my closet. I'm a New Balance guy, but I got these classic Nikes. They like came out like in the 90s. I'm not a shoe guy, so I couldn't give you a hard name, but they like some like OG shit.
Yeah. What's your favorite fashion brand?
Favorite fashion brand right now, I would say the production level of runways, Louis Vuitton, actual clothing. I would say there's a brand, it's an Instagram brand. They go by Valley, Valley, something like Veil, something like that. But yeah, that's gonna be the answer.
Oh, nice. And finally, what's your name?
My name is originally Producer 10, but everybody call me 10 for short, like the number.
Yes, sir. There we go. So, appreciate you once again stopping by, right? Taking the time to come talk with us today, bro. So, how you feeling?
Oh man, I can't complain. I appreciate it, man. I mean, it's 10 years of being a fashion designer, so it's a lot of things that's been going on.
Yeah.
So, y'all came in the right time.
Nice. 10 years of being a fashion designer. Yeah. 10 years is a long time to do anything. Like, earlier, we had a conversation with Jabra, an artist from Chicago, and we were talking about 10,000 hours. All right, how many times do you think you've done 10,000 hours in the last 10 years of fashion designing?
Man, probably every 3 years, every 2. I don't know, man. 10,000 is a lot, but when you really think about it, 40 hours a week, you know what I'm saying? Regular work time, weekends, you probably clocking in a whole day if you can.
Right.
So multiple times. Yeah, I try to keep track. I just started writing my notes every time I'm in the office and studio, but once it's time to clock out, I ain't thinking about no notes, man. I'm thinking about the bed.
All right. So, and tell me kind of about like, the time where you started fashion design. Like, what was life like for you? What events kind of pushed you to get into that?
So, I started in 2016. This was the era of Kick. So Kick was around when I was like in 6th grade or so. When we was right around 6th grade, we down all the same age. But I used to this was the time where if you was with somebody, you was making them your profile name, and then that was like, oh shit, they together, you know what I'm saying? So I was trying to be on some cool shit. This with Herb, heavy on the Herb, he had NL&B, Never Leave My Brothers, you know what I'm saying? So I kind of made something, a remix, NFYB, Never Forget Your Bros, and then people be like, damn, what's that, bro? And then, you got the, you throw the little thing up with the filter and stuff, so people ask me, like, what that mean? I'm like, okay, so people, people watch your profile names and stuff, and so I created something, I made beats. I had a homie that was a rapper, homie that was a singer, and I was the one that was making beats on the table. So I'm like, you know what? This is a record label, and I was gonna be the CEO of it. And I said, okay, change my Kick name to LME, an acronym, stood for Life Music Education. And I came up with the acronym first. I'm like, man, this shit sounds raw. And then I said, let me come up with something a little positive in case an adult asks me or somebody, So came up with that. I said, all right, this is my record label, and so that's kind of like what set the whole thing. And I needed shirts done, and so that's how I got into the face. I hit up Dez. He made Chicago Girls Do It Better and stuff like that. And so I hit him up. He knew how to make shirts, and they had a show. They had a shop called Fat Tiger Workshop. I don't know if y'all heard of it.
For sure.
Yeah,
For sure.
so
Chicago staple right there.
Yeah. So and especially where we at now.
Yeah.
Told me come. I think he thought I was trying to make clothes, which I wasn't. I was just trying to get 3 simple letters on the shirt, but it led to me actually thinking and activating my brain and shit. They ain't mad at it.
All right.
Yeah.
Nice. So, LME, right? What did it stand for one more time?
Life, music, education.
Life, music, education. Right? First ever clothing brand that you were running?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's I really changed the name. So made by Prod.10, what you see on Instagram, used to be LME. I changed it in 2020. I feel like LME was like a little kiddish. Yeah. So I changed it, but yeah, it's still in the same rooted family, right. But you could say.
Okay, so really what I'm hearing is just like pretty much what you're doing today has grown and evolved right alongside you.
Yeah.
Yeah. What inspires like the pieces you create? Like, is it from looking at other fashion, or is it more so just like, kind of like a pure expression, an outlet of like you and what you're living in life?
Yeah. What is it? Which arm? Expression right there. Really, it's just arts and crafts. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wasn't a fashion kid, like, so I wasn't like into clothes like that. But when I feel like it sparked something new in me. And so now, like, what makes me create clothes and gives me that inspiration is kind of just like trying shit out. It's like making a beat. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You don't know every sound what it sounds like till you press that one key.
Right.
You know, so that's kind of like doing that and just seeing where it goes. And once you start going, then you create your alpha. Okay, now we're gonna do this, and you know what I'm saying, interpretations of what you think is cool and try to create what you think is cool to your cool and create something new.
Yeah. Something else I was, that came up in an earlier conversation is how, right, I think that when people are afraid to try new things, right, it's because they're afraid to fail to a certain extent, right? When it comes to fashion, you really have to try something new every time that you create a new piece.
No, for real.
Right? Were there ever moments of feeling like, kind of nervous about what you were creating, or like kind of having those moments of feeling like you should give up because it wasn't to your standard?
Not necessarily give up, but when you are trying to sell shirts and shit is dry, like nobody's trying to buy a shirt, it's like, okay, you feel like there's a sense of what am I doing wrong? You know what I'm saying? Like everybody that creates something, this is the hottest shit ever. Like, why are they not buying it? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it wasn't necessarily like that I was failing, but you do start to feel a certain type of way mood when things ain't just flowing how you think it's supposed to flow. And especially when you create a clothing brand and when it takes time for your passion to grow into it, the first thing you think about is that I just made a shirt, put a price on it, let's get it selling.
Yeah.
And when that doesn't execute, then it's like, okay, why is it not selling?
You're right.
And then it's like, okay, and if you ain't strong enough, you really saying, damn, my shit ass then. Mm-hmm. And a lot of people say that. I ain't gonna be wrong, I said it a couple times, but it's like, you just gotta keep going, bro.
Yeah. Over 10 years of experience, right? I assume you ran into multiple instances of that, right? What were some other challenges that you might have had to overcome when you were first starting out that allowed you to kind of be where you're at today?
Just understanding my own lane, like social media, other people that's doing what I'm doing, people are wearing their stuff. You know what I'm saying? You see the stuff there, but you see that a lot of people are wearing it. People from high schools that was like around my age where my homies be like, I always wanted to connect with people, so when people tell me about other people that was doing stuff at this high school, you see that a lot of people are wearing their stuff, and people was wearing my stuff in my high school, but that's like one of the things is that when you pay attention to somebody else's motion and how they got things going, it can kind of, you know what I'm saying, that's like a challenge of how do you stay comfortable with yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So that's like one of the main things. Even with today, like it's so many brands, it's like, damn, you know, that's the answer to that.
Mm-hmm. No, speaking of like the social media aspect of it, right? A lot of, I feel like, what people are wearing today is definitely driven by what's seen online,
Mm-hmm.
right? Now, one, for you as a designer, right? You make these clothes, you release them with the intent for them to be sold. What are some things that you found works for you when it comes to marketing your clothing?
Runways right now, all around point. The first thing is like doing runways. That's kind of like a lane of mine is where it's like when I'm presented on the runway and just doing it because I love it. But the end results is, man, people coming up to me, shaking my hand, or saying like, oh, follow me. You know what I'm saying? When I shout myself out. Another thing is introducing myself in person. You know what I'm saying? Creating a vibe without the result of they should give you a vibe. So just being around people, following people, you know what I'm saying? That's like how I market myself. And then just doing photo shoots too. Like definitely staying in that creative side of doing photo shoots and trying to work with multiple people.
Yeah. I like how you said, right, pretty much like, giving out kind of good vibes without expecting them in return, right? I feel like that statement alone speaks to your character in terms of who you are.
Right on.
What are like some aspects of your character that you would say you try to translate into your clothing?
Hospitality. I want you to wear clothes. Personally, me, I'm all about hospitality. I don't want to walk in somewhere and it's like, damn, like you ever walked in the store and you walked in the store because it's unlocked, but they ain't really fucking with you to be in that store. You kind of get that vibe. They want you helping yourself out to things, and they ain't really trying to accommodate. Give you that business personality. So when you wear something, I want you to be comfortable in it. Stability. As a person, I want you to understand that if we do something, we're gonna do it. And translation to clothes, stability. When it comes to now that I do cut and sew as well, so now that when it comes to that, or even with the heat press vinyl, I don't want that shit coming off.
Yeah.
I don't want no stitching coming off. So those like the main two things. I forgot another one. I ain't gonna lie, I be talking and if it's right here and I don't hear it say it, it's gone. But those like the main two: hospitality and stability.
No. I like that too, especially the stability one, right? Because I feel like with it being the internet age and so many people doing online shopping, right, it's quick to get caught up in like the trap of fast fashion, right? Buying from like all like these mass-produced stores, pretty much, and that's how people just end up walking around like looking the same. You feel me? For you, how did you kind of find like your own independent style?
Still finding it to this day. Goes back to just keep going. I don't go through a manufacturer, and I tried, but the result of I lose interest. I lose interest quick, and I grew up on printing the shirt myself.
Yeah.
So you get better and better. I got this great example. I'm gonna say it's like with albums, you know what I'm saying? Like, each song is different. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's the artist today that's killing it, but back then, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna say Kendrick Lamar, when he was underrated and you had to really be a Kendrick fan.
Yeah.
Like, now, like, his album was like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Or, I ain't gonna say Drake, because Drake albums his past albums was...
Right.
I don't know about this shit now, but yeah, it just keep going, and then that's when like the artist side come out of you. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all put that shit on. So it's like with his style, you know, I'm pretty sure y'all looked at y'all 2016 fits and be like, damn, I was really wearing that. And now you look at, you know, now you can make a post saying now, like, this is what I do. You, especially him, I know he know. But yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I like how you were able to kind of compare fashion to music, right, with that analogy, because the two are so closely tied, right? Are there any like particular designers or celebrities or people who are closely related to the music industry that you say like have really good style and that style kind of inspires you?
First person came to mind, I ain't gonna say I know why, but Kid Cudi. Kid Cudi, he's Kanye and Kid Cudi, like with they album covers, I feel like they're putting art that can be on clothes, but on album covers. Like if you look at Kid, what was it? That's probably J. Cole, but Kanye and Kid Cudi kind of got like that rainbow illusion. They each got like an album cover, and then I think Kanye came out with something, an actual hoodie. Another one is Pharrell.
Facts.
Like his,
bro.
like even when he doing now, but like his earlier years when he got into the fashion, like definitely, it's like okay.
It's like his clothes look like how his music sound.
Nah, for real. And in the 2000s when they came out with the when him and Nigo got together, like when you look at their style and just how the whole conversion of how it was, it's definitely something I pay attention to.
Yeah. What would you say your top 3 favorite fashion brands of all time is?
Top 3. I'm gonna put Supreme up there.
Yeah.
I like to go on their website and just look at like how they do the clothes and how like their whole algorithm is set up to show you. I'm not gonna put them in no order. The other 2 would be I'm gonna say Squad. It's a brand by Dez, my mentor. I can't just keep naming all these big old brands without acknowledging the brands in front of me, because a brand is a brand. His brand, I like how he execute. And I'm gonna say Joe Fresh Goods. I like how they both execute things, from quality of tees to campaign events that they do. Not even campaign, just like community events where it's like a tee is always involved. Them 3.
Yeah. So it sounds like a lot of like main influences are more streetwear focused.
Yeah.
Definitely. But do you also incorporate, or like how often do you draw inspiration from like runway design? Because I assume, right, if you partake in runway, you know, with your own brand, you would probably be looking at, you know, some from like some like the big name ones.
I'm glad you said that. Another brand that I'm starting to really rock with is Amiri.
For sure. For sure.
That's like when I say Louis Vuitton, I like the execution of how Pharrell is doing the runway shows. I don't know who's running the corporation behind Louis Vuitton. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like Gucci, I don't rock with Gucci. You know what I'm saying? Just because some stuff that they did years ago, but just a quick timeline. You had Gucci, the original, his 2 sons, then passed down to one of the sons, and then he got killed. And then now, before he did that, a bank, they gave him some capital money. Now a bank had owned, it's like a corporation bank, they own Gucci. So there's no actual relative that, as I know from my research, that owns Gucci. So with the Amiri, I like watching his fashion shows and the behind the scenes, because it's giving me, like I say, sometimes you have to lead with yourself first. And so, you know, seeing him, I think his first name Tom, right? Tom Amiri?
I think, or
Mike Amiri. Yeah, like I like seeing him interact with the designers. I mean, and the models.
Yeah, he's very
that shows
personal.
A lot. You know, like he ain't like, they not like actual robots for what you see on the runway. And he did a show. I think it was the 2022 show. He had an artist. had a projector, and it was kind of like just how I was talking about Kanye and Kid Cudi about that rainbow, you know what I'm saying, illusion thing.
Yeah.
He had something like that, and so that's somebody who I look at for real, because he really shows you like from the music, the timing of when they walk out, to the pieces that they wear, to the eliminations that he makes closer to the days. It's pretty dope. Like when COVID was happening, he still kept going, and the first 2 years I think he did one on the bridge of LA, and just the execution of how like every model was set to be, the motion, the walk-in, that's somebody who I really look at.
Nice. How many runways would you say that you've done?
Let's say more than 6.
More than 6. Nice. So, alright, at more than 6 walk-ins, what are some things you wish you would have known right at the beginning that you now know?
Dress your model head to toe.
Don't just give in one piece.
Yeah, I understand it though, so it's like no shade to that, but my first fashion show was at a kids fashion show, and that's actually how I got into buying my own silhouette machine, heat press. The lady, I had got into it somehow, but my mom, she be making conversation with everybody, become everybody best friend and stuff, so she learned that she make her own shirts, you know what I'm saying? That's how I got into it. Shout out to her, because that's like the main reason. She was like, okay, we can get this and this, and it was like under like probably like $600, $500, honestly.
Nice.
Yeah, you can really go Amazon, print a thing that cuts out the design, probably like $120 or so, and then heat press, you get heat press probably like $300 nowadays. So that was a kids fashion show, and all I had was shirts. Like t-shirts is my stomping ground, but as I did more fashion shows, you kind of see models' reactions when you be like, here, and that's the only thing you got in the shirt. You be like, put these khakis on with these heels and a denim jacket, and it's like when they walk out, the only thing you gave them was a damn shirt. So that's one thing I wish I would knew more. Like, it's easy to make a shirt, and I think pants are more of a work of art that you have to take time to do. Like these pants, like it wasn't hard, but like not a lot of people get into the pants, and if people do get into the pants, then they probably don't do a lot of shirts. And then you probably have a crowd that do all above. So that's one thing I wish I would learn earlier, is just styling the models, styling and adding more effort to everything I put on the model. I appreciate my man. He make me feel like I'm talking real shit, man.
Hey, shout out 10. This is Kelly. Shout out 10. We always listening. You dropping gems.
Man, 100. So
real knowledge.
Oh, bro.
You love the story, man.
I appreciate it, man.
No, that's all good. Shit. So earlier, right? But you said something, because earlier y'all were talking about how often you drop clothing, right? What can we expect from you next? Like you got any upcoming releases?
Yeah, definitely. Like I said, I do like a lot of collaborations with a lot of people, and just like events wise, providing my brand the space to be around people when they don't really know about the brand yet. It's like, oh, okay. Look at the sign and be like, damn, okay, let me check them out. But definitely the Club Fashion Show, June 27th, by AIM Girls. Whatever the collection I'm making for that, definitely something that I'm gonna drop. Some teas just for the summer, you know what I'm saying? You can expect that probably late June, early July. I got an event and I'm making an announcement this week, but I got an open gallery celebrating 10 years of fashion. So it's gonna be like, music, drink, vibes, and putting out more photo shoots. Like how I look now, like I got a lot of stuff from runways, like pieces that's just sitting in the closet. So I'm gonna do an actual portfolio of a photo shoot to give these pieces, because you only seen them on a runway. And so now I'm gonna give it to you again in a photo shoot style. So definitely, and this is another thing that I do. When I create a drop, I don't get like 40, 50 T's. You know what I'm saying? I'm be honest, like it's probably under 10, under 8, because like I got the passion for it, so it's so much creativity. How I'm feeling that I might do a T just to do it, and I don't really think about the money side, strategic side of I gotta sell these 40 T's before I go do another 20. You know what I'm saying? So I might make a T this weekend. I ain't gonna lie, make a T this day, and then a couple of days beyond, a couple of days ahead, do another T. So just stay in tune. I don't know.
Right. It's free flowing.
Some shit gotta go.
Oh gosh, we're gonna get it when we get it. Man. When we do, it's gonna get gone.
Man, for real.
So where can all the people at home find you?
I was gonna stand up because I got my brand on my shirt, but I was just wearing some 101s by myself, my brand made by Producer 10. You can find me on Instagram, right on the back.
Bro, that's tough. And the pants, folks.
Yeah, man, it's some slight. I show a belt, but this ain't my belt.